This is my entry for So You Think You Can Cast. A Scars of Mirrodin block draft. So, pack 1, we have playables and a bomb. The playables are green. There's 2 playable green cards and 2 playable first pickable uncommons. But nothing really gets around a bomb like Karn. Even if I took something else, I would definitely see Karn going the next pick. So here's a Blinding Soul Eater to keep me out of all the other colors. There's no blue. We passed a couple blue cards. We passed some red. A red card. We passed green, so I don't want to take the Glistener Elf, because someone's going to see the Infect is open and just try and do that. Molten Steel Dragon is a big flyer, and I know that's something that's hard to deal with in this format. The only other thing I could see is the Blinding Soul Eater, but white is fairly weak, and I don't want to be white. And in this pack we see Shrine of Burning Rage, which works with my dragon and is very good. Otherwise, a Lash Writhe, Spine Thopter's also playable, but past blue already. Thinking about just taking the Shrine. Let me see how much Lash Writhe is worth. Okay, so Lash Writhe is only $1. That means that it's not really that good and constructed, and I don't think you can go monocolor in limited, so I'm going to go ahead and take the burn with the Shrine. So here I can take Fixing, a removal spell, which Intimidate isn't the best in this format. A late drop, which I already have. I could... What does this do? I could take the Infect card. I'm not going blue. This isn't bad, but I think I want the Pristine Pristine Talisman. Maybe ramp up to a Karn or a Dragon. I could take another one, or I could take a Caged Sun, try and go mono red. See, if I go mono red, I think there should be enough playables to do that with the artifacts. Could take this Sickle Slicer. I think I want to go mono red. I can't really see doing anything besides try and go big red colors. So here is a Priest of Urobrask. which I could get a free counter on my shrine with. I could take a blessing and try and protect my dragon. I don't think I want a 4 mana 5/1, and I don't think I'm aggressive enough to take this. I'm gonna take the Kiln Walker. So Artillerize is not the worst thing. It's more burn. I could take this blue card, which someone's getting pretty good blue. It's a lot of playables going that way. I could take the Vault Scourge, which doesn't work with my Cage Sun or my Shrine, but Artillerize does, and I think that's a signal this late. So here, Hovermer seems to be the pick. I could do that, or I could try and get some equipments for this Green Hilt trainee. But I think I'm just going to take the Hovermer. Wow, Death Hood Cobra wheeled all the way around, which I have a hard time believing. I could take the Probe, or I could take some red guy. I think I'm just going to take the Cobra and try and see if green stays open for me. So Furnace Scamp is fine. I'll take the Conversion Chamber. Later. So here, I think the Razor Swine is better than the Ogre. Especially since I have green as maybe a second color. I can get some pump and put some infect counters on something. So right now, it looks like I'm red with maybe green. So nothing that's red here for us. There is a green Viridian Corruptor, which is good and what I would take, but Tezzeret Agent of Bolas. Could I go 3 colors? If I'd taken those blue cards out of the first pack, I would definitely take this and just splash the black easy. But I didn't get any of the Wellspring, so I don't have any fixing. But I don't have a second color yet either, so Viridian Corruptor is definitely not worth picking up over a Planeswalker. Here I can take in red a Concussive Bolt or a Crush. Crush isn't good because it isn't a good second pick because it doesn't hit anything that's relevant. Maybe a equipment, but that's at best it. And I already have Victorious Destruction, which all the equipment are later in the game, and that should do me for right now. Mercire is a fine 2-drop that buys me more time than I deserve for a Karn and the Molten Steel Dragon. Otherwise I could take a Gust Skimmer, but I think the Mercire is better here, especially with my Artillerize. So some playables in blue and black, a blister stick shaman, which is probably what I'll pick here, and a burn then pure. Burn then pure is good, and I've enjoyed playing it in the past, but it's a lot better in an aggressive deck than in a controlling deck like what I think I'm going to end up playing. And I'd rather go shrine body and maybe kill something than shrine 3 damage and kill something. So I'll take the nice foil blister stick shaman. I'm having difficulties talking. So spiraling duelist is almost definitely the pick here. I actually have enough red to play a double red and enough artifacts to make its metalcraft for a double striker decent. And if I do go green, then double strike works with pump spells. So here is my choice. Here are my choices. A 5-drop battle cry, and I have a few creatures that could make battle cry good. I have enough creatures to make battle cry fine. Or I could take lead the stampede and try and go into green, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures, so I don't think lead the stampede's right, but this could work, so I'll go ahead and pick it up. Here's another spiraling duelist, which does work with battle cry. There are blue and black cards here, but neither one of them are as good as a Tezzeret, so. And a Rot Wolf, which is the worst green card to follow up a Death Hood Cobra with. I'll take another uncommon. Be happy. So Wellspring, Ichor Wellspring is a choice because it works with my Artillerize, and this equipment is a choice because it works with Metalcraft and Spiraling Duelist. It also goes on a Hovermere or a Razor Swine, but I think I'd rather have another Blister Stick Shaman just because it can hit Glistener Elves, and I did pass a couple of those the first pack. The way it's looking, I won't have enough cards for the conversion chamber, but a Forest Walker would do me good, especially if I end up mono red. I can reliably play it. So double green Tangle Mantis for my 4 drops, or a Razorfield Rhino. I think the Rhino's a pick here because I don't want a Hexplate Golem, and everything else sucks. So Concussive Bolt is the only thing in my color. Metallic Mastery Gain control of target artifact. So it's like act of treason for artifacts. That's interesting. It could steal... It looks like Ratchet Bomb is what it's taking in the picture. So maybe I'll steal someone's Ratchet Bomb. Here there's nothing. I'll take the Spire Serpent just because I might be able to play the Tezzeret. Pistis Strike is another green card, and all signal blue is open to whoever's beside me. So right now I could pick Palladium Myrrh and go 3 to 5. I could go Ogre Gear Grabber. And steal someone's equipment, like a Lash Ride, which doesn't do anything for me. Or I could take a Dark Slick Shores and maybe play a Tezzeret. So I think the best cards in this pack are Fume Spitter and Kuldotha Rebirth. So the Rebirth works with Hovermere, Mirror Shrine, Pristine Talisman, Kiln, Walker, and the Conversion Chamber. I'm hoping that I can wield this Panic Spellbomb, so I'll have more artifacts. This Myrrh Smith is actually decent, but I don't have any other white cards, and artifacts aren't the biggest theme in my deck. So I'm going to take the red card. Iron Myrrh is definitely better than anything else in this pack. For me, there are playables like this Skyguard is good. The Slice and Twain is very good. The Rains are playable. And someone might use it to steal my Karn. But I'm not sure that I'm worried about that. Arrest is the best card in this pack, followed by the Corpse Cur, and then maybe the Gold Myrrh. But I'm going to take the Perilous Myrrh because it works with my Artillerize and Kuldotha Rebirth. So there's a Venser's Journal, a Spell Bomb, which I don't think is better than the journal, another Rebirth, I think the second Rebirth is actually decent, but I'm not sure it's better than a journal. I don't have any way to draw cards, so I think I'm just going to take the Rebirth and hope to wheel those spell bombs. So here the Ogre Gear Grabber is not bad. My other choice is a Soria Element Scoria, Elemental, Flameborn Hellion is also another playable. But I think the Gear Grabber is definitely a lot better since I got those the double rebirth. And I can actually mess with some people. So I don't have any equipment, so the Goblin is not optimal. The Strider harness is pretty good though. Haste is probably one of my favorite abilities. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the Strider harness and pass the rest of whatever is in this pack. So Necrogen Sensor, the Spell Bomb, the Foil Land. I think I have too many 3-drops to make this good. I guess it's playable, so I'll go ahead and take it. So the Panic Spell Bomb didn't wheel, but the Gear Grabber did. We'll go ahead and grab this Gear Grabber. Here's the second Spell Bomb, which did wheel. Okay, here's a choice. A blue removal spell, so I could hate draft. A Blade Tribe Berserkers, 4 mana 6/6, or a Quarter Shield, which goes turn 1 rebirth. I think I want the turn 1 rebirth. If I didn't have 2 Spiraling Duelists, I would try and do the whole 4-drop because I have no 4-drops besides these. I'm gonna go ahead and hate the removal spell this time. The blue removal spell. Not that flesh allergy. You can sacrifice a creature if you want. Okay, so Vincer's Journal or Panic Spell Bomb. I think the Spell Bomb is actually better. Just because I have the double Spiraling Duelist and I really want to get my Metalcraft online. Plus it's awesome with Rebirth and Artillerize. So here we get to build this deck. So I'm starting off with the Rebirth and the Shield, which they work good together. These work good together. We'll play the Metallic Mastery. We'll play the... Alright. So these are the maybes. These are definitely what I'm playing. So I don't think the Gear Grabber is good enough to play without knowing that they're playing something to steal. The random infect card is not as good without the green. I'm not sure I'm aggressive enough to play the sensor, but I might be. Let's see. I still have to cut 7 cards. Okay, what if I cut the Rhino, the sensor, the chamber, the furnace scamp, the hover mirror, I only have 11 creatures, but rebirth counts as creatures. I think I want the hover mirror, and I think I'll cut the strider harness. Because it seems like I'm a lot more defensive. Like, I have an early start, but I'm going to be able to play my game enders without giving them haste and +1/+1. So the courier might not be good enough if I'm not playing against a forest deck, so I'll take that out. So I have a couple draw spells maybe, and I have the the Mirror, Iron Myrrh is always how I say it, and the Pristine Talisman for mana, so this can technically be a 4-drop. And the Caged Sun helps me get to my Karn. So I think I can run 16 lands. Yeah, I think I can run 16 land. Sideboard, probably won't play that. I guess if I really need to, I could play the rest of this stuff, but I don't think I want to right now. So this is probably what I'll sideboard in if I do that. Right now, I'm light on removal. But I think I should be fine like this. So I'll see you guys round 1. Uh, okay, so I have the trial Camtasia and it's being crazy and loading, and I don't want to do that, so I closed it, but it's trying to tell me how to live my life. So I'm gonna close you, and here is round 1. This hand is something I can keep, and it might even have a turn 4 Molten Steel Dragon. My opponent could not keep his 7 and is playing first. So we'll see how this goes. Might even get to use this destroy target land. 4. So we'll play the shaman and go ahead and kill that. So far it looks like he's mono black, but he could be 2 colors and just be mana screwed. We'll play the dragon here, and then next turn I'll play the talisman. I'll take a poison counter. If he's trying to poison me, I don't mind losing that 4 life. So I'm going to go ahead and play the talisman and then play the shrine. If I hadn't drawn the shrine, I would have played the kiln walker. That guy's not bad. I think I'm going to, here I want to play the metallic mastery. Well, I don't have enough mana to do that. I was going to steal the arbalisk, equip it to my guy, shoot his flesh eater, and then attack. But I think I might just attack here. Okay, so no block. Go to 12. I'm going to play the rebirth. Sacrifice this. Draw a card. Okay. I could shoot down the imp, or I can play a walker. I think I'm gonna shoot down the imp because I don't have any flyers hardly, and it is a threat. There we go. Next turn I will have played the sun and tried to do that arbalisk stealing. So we're playing black infect, playing against it, and he might have the lash writhe. So I could play the gear grabber. But I'm not 100% sure he has it. So I think I'm just going to submit like it was. Here we have a keepable hand. Even with the 1-drop. He didn't play a fume spitter, which is good. Looks like he had a better hand this time. He still went first though, so he must be aggro. There's the second color. And unless he has a mutagenic growth, I do get to kill his ichor rats. So he got all the wellspring. You kept me from playing my Tezzeret. Well, I'm drawing nothing but lands. So I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this and see if I can't. Nope, still drawing lands. I'll play my other spell bomb and go ahead and attack. Skin render. That's very good. It's not a problem yet because I can just burn it with the shrine. I don't want to burn it with the shrine. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle my other spell bomb. Alright. So I do have something to sacrifice whenever I draw a Artillerize or Koldotha Rebirth. Ooh. That is what I want to burn with my shrine. Let's hope he doesn't have the mutagenic growth here. I'm gonna go ahead and try and kill it. He lets it die without a fight. And I will have mana for a Karn next turn. His last ability, I'm not sure what it does. Restart the game, leaving, restart the game. So whenever you're restarting the game, that's kind of weird. Leave in exile, leaving in exile all non-aura permanents. So I get to keep my auras. So I could play a Molten Steel Dragon and equip it with my quarter shield, but I think I'm going to play the Karn and +4 it. Alright, so next turn I'll have 8 mana, so I only have to take 2 from this to put the quarter shield on it. I'm going +4 again. I guess he's holding a lot of removal. Triumph of the Hordes. It's not removal. We'll go ahead and do this for 5 and equip the quarter shield to it. so I can at least block his skin render. Do I want to restart the game? So I'm gonna block the skin render here. What do you have? Oh my god. That's embarrassing. He had me either way with the Rotwolf or the Untamed Might. I should have exiled something. Or played that second creature. Well, I didn't see any equipment, so no reason to bring in those ogres. I'll go first. And I'm not gonna keep that. I'll keep this one. That was pretty nutty, that last game. I think I went plus happy with my corn, and that's why I lost. I really was not expecting that Untamed Might, though. I guess I should have realized he had something whenever he kept playing lands. That was strange. So Deathhood Cobra is probably coming into combat this turn. Because he'll attack and then leave up his mana. Or not. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and... You can't block this turn. He might be stuck on black. I'm not sure. But I think he skipped his land drop. No, he played a land. He just didn't have a play. He might have a skin render in hand. And that's why. I'm afraid. Flesh Eater Imp. I think I want to say no blocks for the here I'm going to attack and see what he does. Alright, so if he had read my Blister Stick Shaman, he would have sacrificed after he blocked to keep it out of range, but he didn't get that read, so I'm thankful for that. Did have to sacrifice my Hovermur. Those things on its back I guess those are like rocket engines, but it also looks like he has like tiny wings, so I'm not sure where he's getting his flight from, his ability to fly. The only thing that flies that I can say is a helicopter, and neither one of those look like something a helicopter has. Alright, I'm gonna cycle that. Go ahead and play the Myrrh, because that's a Koldotha or a artillerized target. Get in for 5. So he can untame Might me or he can untame Might his infect creature and get in for 5. He's thinking what to do. I have aggro on him right now. I'm aggressive enough that I'll kill him in 2 turns. He's probably gonna do something like that. Yeah. So he doesn't want to attack. Do I want to attack? I think I want to attack. I think I'll attack with everything but the Myrrh. That way if he kills the Myrrh, it still does something for me that's gonna keep me alive. Okay then. It's kind of what I thought he might do. Spine biter. Does bite spines. So let's go Karn and exile it again for 2. A Rot Wolf and a Phyrexian Digester. Molten Steel Dragon. Alright, so I don't think I want to let Karn die. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Myrrh. Myrrh. Play the dragon. I think I'm gonna +4. See what you do. I got a wing puncture. I have game next turn with the Molten Steel Dragon. Without trample, I don't see any way of him winning. So, I think I might have it. Infect is so good. That's what I thought he had. But that's not even enough even if it all goes through. I'll just block with everything, because I like to see just the dragon on the field. Two to you, good sir. That Untamed Might was such a good play. I can't believe that I didn't pick up that read though. Definitely an error on my part. Just let him think that he had a chance, but he doesn't, because I drew nothing but my favorite land. Looks like he has something to say. It was lucky that I got this card. I will cherish it until the end of the draft. Alright, so round 2 coming up.